And the hits just keep on coming. So I'm going to do a little breakdown here and then explain what just happened today. Once the election is done in each state, state by state by state, they have their election. Okay? Trump wins Texas, Biden wins Illinois, for example. Each state has a slate of electors. It's a group of regular, average, everyday citizens whose job it is to take the results of that election and basically give it to the federal government. Okay? They're the legally appointed people to transfer that information from the state level to the federal government, and then the federal government, certifies that on January 6th, and then we have a new president, or a president that got reelected, or whatever the case may be. Anyway, Donald Trump knew he was going to lose in certain states. So in those, I believe it's 6 or 7 states, they put together a group of fake electors in each one of those states. So there was, for example, in Georgia, there was the actual Georgia electors, and then there was a group of fake electors that the Trump campaign put forward. And the fake electors' job was to falsify certification of the vote saying that Trump won instead of Joe Biden, and send that to the federal government and just pretend like you're the real electors, and we'll get them to take it. That's the case that Trump is currently wrapped up in Georgia. They busted all of those fake electors. A bunch of them turned on Trump. A bunch of Trump's allies and Trump have been charged with setting this up, trying to overturn the election results. In Michigan, they've charged the slate of fake electors, and some of them are starting to turn. In Arizona, they've charged the fake electors. They're looking into them, but I don't know they're going to be charged in Nevada. And then this just happened. And I purposely took it from CNN's website just to piss off the MAGAs. 3 Trump allies in Wisconsin, 3 Trump allies charged in Wisconsin fake elector scheme. The Wisconsin Attorney General on Tuesday filed charges against 3 allies of Donald Trump accused of taking part in the effort to put forth a slate of fake electors and usurp the 2020 presidential election, according to online records. The men: Kenneth Chesborough, a right-wing attorney who helped devise the fake elector plot; Jim Tropis, a former Trump lawyer; and Michael Roman, a former Trump campaign official, are each facing a single forgery charge. Now keep in mind, Chesborough, he's facing charges in multiple states as a result of his efforts to set up all of these various slates of fake electors. Wisconsin is the latest state to bring charges against people connected to the former president involved in the broad effort to overturn the presidential election results. State prosecutors in Michigan, Arizona, Nevada, and Georgia have also brought charges against a swath of Trump allies. So I stand corrected. Nevada has already charged. An attorney for Chesborough declined to comment. CNN has reached out to attorneys for Tropis and Roman. It just keeps happening. The dominoes keep falling. And these people are eventually going to lead, these arrests are eventually going to lead to the fake electors themselves being arrested, just like they were in all of these other states, where they're charging the actual individuals, the regular everyday folks who are appointed to be that state's electors, but were actually appointed by Trump's campaign to be fake electors. Those people are getting charged, and those people are deciding, we're not going to prison for Donnie. No fucking chance in hell we're going to prison so that he could go free. They flipped on him in Georgia. They're going to flip on him in Michigan. They're going to flip on him in Arizona. And eventually, the fake electors from the rest of the states that the Trump campaign tried to seat them in will get arrested. They will end up flipping. And Trump is going to be looking at more cases in more states. You guys are fine voting for a person with 34 felonies? Okay. You better be fine supporting a guy with a lot more than that. Because I believe he currently still has 54 more counts on the cases he's currently facing, and that is without Michigan charging him. That is without Arizona charging him. That is without Nevada charging him. That is without Wisconsin charging him. That's also without additional federal charges coming out of New Jersey for the audio that we heard of him saying, I could have declassified this information when I was president, but I didn't. But look what they gave me. Look at how important I was. Yeah, see? Donald Trump is not going to face jail time from the New York case. I don't believe he's going to face jail time from the New York case. I think they're going to give him some form of probation. a heavy fine and some community service. And they're going to say, it's his first offense. He's the presumptive Republican nominee. These are low-level felonies, but they're still felonies, so you need to be held accountable, but we're not going to put you in prison. That's what I think is going to happen. I would love to see him go to prison, but I don't think it's going to happen. Having said that, all of these other cases, these fake elector cases, these state-level cases where he tried to overturn the results of the election in multiple states, I think he's fucked in these states. If I'm gonna ask the lawyers on TikTok to answer this question for me in the comment section, if you could, please. I believe the charges in Georgia, if he's convicted of them, each one of them carries some form of mandatory minimum prison sentence of a couple, 2-3 years. I mean, yeah, he might not get sentenced to prison in the New York case, but he might be looking at prison time in Georgia. He might be looking at prison time in Michigan. He might be looking at prison time in Nevada and Arizona and now Wisconsin, and more states to come. In the end, this is not going to end well for him or any of the people around him. The Rudy Giulianis, the Kenneth Cheseboroughs, all of them. They've all hitched their wagon to Trumpism, and they are all going down as a result of this.